Hello, a lot of people wanted a tutorial on how to make your video with Owl House spell. I didn't want to make this because I used a complicated and chaotic method, but I found a way to make a similar effect using only After Effects. Remember, this isn't like I made this video. I don't think this is the best method, so I encourage you to find your ways and some improvements. So at first you need to record yourself or someone taping light glyph. You might record a few times, so that you will always have another recording. If one for some won't be working with this effect, know when you have raw videos you can go to the After Effect. In the After Effect, create a composition and isolate the part that you want to work on. Set composition length to match your clip. In my case, I want also to stabilize it by using a warp stabilizer. As you can see, it distorted a little bit my footage, so I am gonna decrease smooth hands a little bit. It's okay for me, so now pre-compose your footage with the selected Move All attributes. Now you have footage without effect. Now you need to track your footage in 3D by clicking Track Camera. Now we have our trackers and we can create a camera. Select some points on your glyph and right-click and create a solid and camera. Now you have a camera in your scene. Adjust your plane so that it would fit your card. Now if your card is rumpled, you can adjust your 3D plane to that. Add mesh warp onto the layer. Three rows and columns should be okay in my case. Then animate so it would fit your card. I am satisfied with mine, so we can move to make a texture for this plane. Add mocha to your footage. Open mocha and choose X spline tool. Select your card with that. In my case, it would probably be the best to start right after taping it. If you have tried to include in the selection shadows, that will help lighter during removing the card from the video. If you have selected, choose Show Planar Surface and adjust to your card. Then track your card with the selected perspective. If your tracing is breaking, you might want to switch for that part to manual tracing and fix it by yourself, then switch again to auto. When your footage is tracked, save your tracing and close mocha. In the After Effect, duplicate your footage and it will become our texture. In Mocha Effect setting, create track data form X spline. and apply a corner pin into your duplicated layer. You now should have your footage set into your card. Apply the CC power pin effect. Copy all corners from the corner pin to matching corners in the CC power pin. Then delete the power pin. Select the unstretch option and now you have your card texture. Now pre-compose your 3D plane, this time with leave all attributes. Cut your texture and paste it into your pre-compose plane. Right-click, transform, and fit to the comp. Now, like before, apply the mesh warp effect and adjust it so that it would fit your comp. Now you should almost still image with your glyph. And in the main comp, you should have your 3D plane like in real life. Now we need to get rid of this real one. Duplicate your footage and in Mocha, click Create Mocha AE Mask. In the mask, attributes select inverted and no, you should have a hole in the place of a card. Now select the when you want to fill this hole. Go to Content Aware Fill. Set Fill Method as Surface and Range as a Work Area and click Generate Fill Area. This might take a while. As you can see, the effect is not really good. This might not be the case for you, but if it is, you're gonna need to create a reference layer. Delete your fill layer and select on which frame you want to create a reference. Then click Create a Reference Frame. It should open you a Photoshop with that frame if you have access to one. If not, you could probably try to do this in another software, but I will show it in this one. Duplicate your layer and select your hole with a magic wand. Expand your max at least for 1 pixel. Select one of the colors of your background and fill your hole. Then go to Edit and Content Aware Fill. It should already be fine, but if not, you can merge your layers and use, for example, Spot Healing Brush. When you're done, save and go back to After Effects and you should have that frame filled. But you probably gonna need more reference frames, so I am gonna do a little bit more. When you think that's enough, you can try again to generate the fill layer. I am satisfied with my result, so now we can move on. As you can, we have replaced our card with 3D plane. But we still don't have a shadow. We could technically try to recreate, or we can later make it so it would matter. So no, we're gonna light up our glyph. Go to your composition with texture, create a black solid, and create a mask on your lines. Add a stroke effect and select all masks. Go to your mask properties and change all masks to none. Change blending to add. Now animate brush size so that it will show after taping. As you can see, glyph turns white after taping. Now add glow effect. Change colors to A and colors and change it to some yellow. Change properties of glow effect to fit our scene and taste. Now our glyph lights up. Now we need a sphere that will turn in it. Double-click mask so it should create a new layer sphere that will fit the whole comp. Chain both size parameters to the same value. Copy position from your plane to your sphere. Right-click on your sphere layer and choose to transform auto orient and orient towards the camera. Now adjust scale and position to fit your scene. Link your sphere layer to your plane layer so that they will be moved together. Now animate flying your plane. In my case, I am adjusting the height to my finger. You will probably need to try a couple of times until you get satisfying results. You can also go to the graph and change it so the move will be smoother. I am gonna move the sphere a little bit higher than the plane cause it will look better with folding. After that, I need to adjust the height to my finger again. Now we can go to folding paper. Go to your distortion mesh effect on your plane and add a keyframe at the moment you want to start folding your card. Then delete all the keyframes after. Go few seconds forward and distort your plane. It would look a little like a sphere. Using 2 rows and columns might be better in this case. Now you have paper folding into a sphere. Now to change into your sphere you can simply do it by turning the opacity of your plane down while increasing the opacity of your sphere. It's not the best but it works. Now I will adjust my keyframes so it better suits my scene. Now we have to make a better transition between the real card and the fake one. Go to your texture composition and create a white solid. And animate opacity so that it will appear right before starting flying and folding. You can now add a glow effect into your layer composition. Just like before, choose A and B color, and change colors to some yellow. Adjust glow parameters to your taste and animate glow intensity so it will start glowing while during appearing of this white solid. Again, I am gonna adjust the timing of the animation. Change the opacity of your layer with the real card so while your fake card starts glowing it will slowly disappear. Now you can duplicate your glow effect, and in my case, I want to be less intensive but take more space. Now it looks like this. Now we need to take care of that finger trying to touch the sphere. Duplicate your background layer and move it on top. Delete mask. Go to the moment it interacts with the sphere and mash out your with the finger. You probably also want to increase mask feather a little bit. After masking we have this effect. Now you can add some stock sparkles. I get mine from Production Crate. Move the sparks so they will start at the moment of touching. And adjust their option to the movement of the camera. In my case, I am gonna also change blending to add for a better effect. Now we have something like this. You can also try to add some correction. In my case I am gonna add a gradient layer with blending on the top with the opacity. If you adding something like that you probably want to animate it so it will slowly show up while the card starts glowing. No, I think my glow effect is too intense, so I am gonna decrease it a little bit. For me, it looks better. I am gonna add some correction this time by adding an adjustment layer and circle mask. I am adding a curves effect to increase scene light and the color yellow. I am changing also the mask feather so it will be more blended with the environment. I am also animating it so it will follow the sphere. And like before, I am animating opacity so the effect will appear during lighting up glyph. And now our effect looks like this. You can add some sound effects. I for example used sound from the scene and some effect from the page free sounds. You can always experiment with this effect, and find some better ways. For example, if you want you can change your colors and have purple light. I hope this tutorial was understandable enough and I wish you good luck with your VFX. If you have done your effect you can share your experience in the comments, or share the video on r/theowlhouse or Twitter with some hashtag like let's say hashtag theowlhousevfx, or any other social media. Goodbye.